guys, Marty Schwartz here. Really excited to teach you this one by special request, of course. There's quite a few little parts. None of it's too hard, but it's so cool sounding. All the chords put together just sound amazing, so I'm excited to show it to you. The first thing I want to show you is the chords to the little opening lick. Now, I'll teach the opening lick at the very end there, but the chords themselves you want to be able to do. So it starts with an F chord. You could play an F major 7, meaning the open high E in there as well, but basically F, I go 1 and 2 and then we need to play what's called an E flat major chord. It's a challenging bar chord. You could play it as a power chord. You could play a D chord up a half step, which will be the easiest thing to do, but you can't play any of the open strings if you do it that way. So it'd be like F, and then a D chord up a half step, and then a G chord. Okay, so that would be the first way. F and 2 and to G. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. I usually play it as a bar chord, which would have my index finger on the A string on the 6th fret, and then my ring finger barred across the 8th fret on the D, G, and B string. It's a fuller chord, so it's like F and 2 and E flat, G, and then goes right into the song, okay? So once again, the easiest way would be for an F chord, 1 and 2 and D up a half step, 1 strum, G 1 strum, into where the singing is, okay? So the singing part is going to be C, a C major chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and index finger comes off, and this is called a C major 7 chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the next thing you do from there is we're going to take our pinky and we're going to put it on the 3rd fret of the G string, and that's called a C7. Not a C major 7, but a C7. Like that. So here's everything we have so far. F, E flat, G, C major, 3 and 4, and index finger comes off, 2 and 3 and 4, and we add our pinky to the 3rd fret, index finger comes back on, and 2 and 3 and 4, and to an F chord. You could play an F bar chord or a regular F chord right here. 1 and 2 and then we're going to do a little walk down. F, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, and right to the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. To a D major chord or a D7 chord, whichever one you prefer. I'll play a D7 chord, which is like an upside down D chord right here. Alright? Here's everything we have so far without me talking. So I just did the D7 chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then I'm going to go to a G chord, and right after I strum the G chord one time, I'm going to play an open A string, so my index finger's off the G chord, and then down onto the 2nd fret of the A string. It's like a little bass note, so it's like, sorry. Now you could just play a G chord, 1, 2, 3, but it's interesting to have that little walk up. So from the singing, here it is. C, C major 7, index fingers off. Pinky to the 3rd fret of the G, index back on, to an F chord. F and 2 and gonna go to the G with the walk up. G, A, B, down. Okay, the next section is a really cool little section. The easiest way to do it is take an A minor chord and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what we're going to do is, this is called an A minor major 7. But all you have to know is just it's like a passing tone through an A minor chord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this next chord. We have A minor, and then we're going to go like this. I'm going to take my index finger and I'm going to put it on the first fret of the G string now. So it's scooted up. Middle finger is going to go to where my index finger was on the A minor chord. So middle finger on the first fret of the B, index finger on the first fret of the G, and then I'm going to put my ring finger on the second fret of the D string. It sounds kind of demented when it's by itself, but passing through the A minor chord, it actually sounds really cool. Check it out. A minor, the new thing. See that? Then the next thing we do is just take our first finger off. So it's this little like walking thing. It's used in Latin music a lot. Check it out. And then a D chord. And you just do 2 strums right there. Then, guess what? Good news. Goes back to that opening lick chord section. F, E flat, G. Right back through it again. Alright? So the only thing left is the bridge section and the little lick. That's all we have left, okay? So let's keep going with this.